guys, welcome back. The step number 3 in your learning to swim program will be learning how to float on the water surface. So Davide, hold on to the wall, relax your body down, take a big breath, hold your breath, dip your head under and let go of the wall. So step number 3 is holding your breath and floating on surface of the water. So at first it won't be as easy as Davide is doing now, but in a couple of tries you will succeed to hold your breath for more than 10 seconds. Thank you, Davide. Step number 4, holding your breath, letting yourself in the water and gliding on the surface. So take a big breath, keep your hands in front of you and let yourself glide on the surface. By holding your breath, you'll be allowed to do this skill with ease and the efficiency. So let's do it one more time. Take a big breath and let yourself glide. So you hold your breath, you're not blowing bubbles this time, and you're just gliding. While you're holding your breath, inside of you, you have your internal float, which will help you in so many things which we're going to talk further. Thank you. Okay, step number 5. Davide, hold your breath, let yourself in the water and splash your feet. So you're holding your breath, you let yourself in the water and look how we splash the feet. You need to realize how to kick your legs with ease and efficiency at the same time. All of these exercises are in my mind as a precursor for doggy paddle exercises, which I'm gonna describe in a later video, which is the foundation of all swimming. But this is the fast track. So take your breath again, hands in front of you, let yourself glide, and boom, 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 boom. Well done. Okay guys, step number 6 will be introduction to the arm pull. So Davide, would you mind leaning a bit down towards the pool? So guys, firstly, this is the fast track learning to swim. In order to achieve this, watch the exercise number 6. So Davide, do your arms by doing big circles over the water as much as you can and pulling under the water forcefully against your hands. So guys, pay attention. Once you're pulling the water, the main dot of the impact, actually the hardest thing should be against your hands. So literally, it's like a water digging machine. So in your hands, you need to feel heavy going against the water. More deeper you grab, more efficient you get as quicker as possible. So that will be step number 6. Step number 7 will be, Davide, hold your breath, let yourself glide in the water, Splash your feet and add arm pulls to your action. So off you go. Take a big breath, let yourself glide, splash your feet, and keep pulling your arms against the water. Do that one more time, Davide. So you hold your breath, you splash your feet as he's doing them by bending and kicking from the knee. Let's do that one more time, Davide, but this time swim fast, like you're gonna race. So take a big breath, but follow the same steps. So guys, take a big breath, let yourself in the water, splash your feet and dig the water with your hands, and you are well on the way to swim well. Step number 8 is holding your breath, letting yourself glide, kicking your legs, pulling the water forcefully with straight and tight arms like a water digger, and when you need to breathe for the first time, that means to elevate your head above the water, you should use the doggy paddle part of the skill, which Davide will demonstrate now. So Davide, take a big breath, let yourself in the water, splash your feet, pull your arms, and when you need, bring your head up and use the doggy paddle skill to elevate your head above the water. Take a big breath, let yourself in the water, pull your arms, bring your head up, and carry on swimming. Davide, would you mind demonstrating a doggy paddle a bit longer? Swim and then do a doggy paddle a bit longer so they can see the moment how you pulling your arms under the water in order to elevate your head up. First, we are learning to elevate head above the water. Yeah, pulling, 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 good. And then take a big breath and then head down, swimming again, blowing bubbles through the nose. And then again, doggy paddle when you need to breathe. Pulling, 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 take a big breath, head down and blow bubbles through the nose. Good. Okay, Davide, hold on to the wall and let's do the bubble exercise, which I will advise to be done during every swimming session. So you take a big breath, Davide, and 20 bubbles rhythmically up and down. So you breathe and you blow. It's important that you, when you do this, that you inhale through your mouth and exhale through the nose. For the ones learning the skill first time, it might be a bit tricky once you lift your head above the water because you're not used to it. So once you lift your head above the water, and if the water is getting into your mouth while you're inhaling, you need to tilt your head slightly inwardly. Davide, thank you. Davide, thank you. Now, do the same bubbles, but this time, when you come out of the water, lift your head slightly inwardly, so when you bring your head up, the water will drop down and your airway will be clear of water obstruction. Yes. Breathe, blow. So tilt your head slightly forward. That will assure that there is no water coming into your mouth while you're inhaling. This exercise is to be done with the description, blow the bubbles like you're blowing your nose in the tissue. So forcefully, you need to force your air out and get it rhythmically. And another important thing is the rhythm is breathing and exhaling and pulling your arms under the water until they fully stretched. So you breathe in and you blow bubbles. You breathe in and you blow bubbles. So this is your breathing rhythm, and it's also very pleasant to do at the same time. This is the key. You need to be doing this exercise every swimming lesson in order to master breathing under the water and inhaling, exhaling systems. Right, step number 9. After we're done holding a breath, kicking your legs, swimming with the big circles over the water, pulling under the water with the hands, and bringing the head up using the doggy paddle skill, we're gonna move further into the swimming. My suggestion for your quickest development will be hold your breath, splash your feet, swim with your arms, and breathe as you need and however you can manage. In order for you to master swimming skills the quickest as possible, we need to focus on swimming. So by instinct, you will hold your breath and you will start swimming in a natural way. So Davide, take a big breath, swim as you need, and bring your head up whenever you feel short of breath. Go. Head up, breathe, head down, blow. So head up, breathe, head down, bubbles. Head up, breathe, hold your breath for as long as you can, and head down, bubbles. That was good, Davide. Can you do the same thing this time a bit faster? So take a big breath, hold your breath, and faster. So these things, guys, you need to be doing in order to master the swimming skills. So pulling under the water, bring your head up as however you can. It's perfectly fine if you can bring it up or to the side, which will be our next step. Well done, Davide. Next one, I would like you to emphasize a bit on the kicking. I want to hear kicking as a part of the whole thing. So take a big breath, splash your feet, pull your arms, and do a breathing as you just did using the doggy paddle skill. So let's do one more time. So head up using a doggy paddle skill, head down, splashing your feet. Head up using a doggy paddle skill, head down, splashing your feet. Good. Guys, make sure that you splash your feet all the time, otherwise your legs will drop down and they'll carry on dropping. You need to bring them up to the surface. By breaking the surface of the water, we achieve to elevation of the feet from down up. In order to swim efficiently, you need to see your feet up on the surface, breaking the surface and elevating your body to move up and forward. Let's do that one more time. Davide, splash your feet with the emphasis on this. Head up, breathe, head down, blow bubble. So arms are straight and tight, pulling under the water as the water digging machine. Thank you. And bubbles, Davide. Breathe, blow. Breathe, blow. Breathe, blow. Breathe, blow. So after every exercise, guys, do bubbles. They will help you retrieve your breathing rhythm. They are also an exercise which helps developing the lung capacity. In more advanced swimming lessons, I emphasize deliberate inhaling and exhaling in order to enhance your lung capacity. Step number 10. Holding your breath, gliding, splashing your feet, pulling tightly against the water with big circles over the water, and breathe as you need to the chosen side. So, Davide, take a big breath and demonstrate. So you take a big breath, you swim with arms, pulling under the water. Make sure you kick legs to break the surface of the water. Rolling your arms and pick the side to breathe, whichever suits you the most. And Davide, we're gonna do this one more time. So this time breathe to me, so the viewers can see the breathing system which we're gonna use. So take a big breath, splashes, arms, take a breath, swim, 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 breathe. Exhaling through the nose. And breathe and swim in. So you need to swim without pacing yourself on a breathing. So will you do 1 ampoule, 3 ampoules, 5 ampoules? That doesn't matter. It's important that you swim. And to achieve the maximum swimming at first, it's important that you hold your breath and you focus on swimming exercises. That's good. Okay guys, step number 11 will be introduction to the unilateral breathing system. Unilateral breathing system, guys, is when you breathe to the one side and you exhale every ampoule. Davide, demonstrate unilateral breathing system just here. Like use your arms and breathe and blow bubbles. Use your arms, keep your arms straight and tight. Make big circles over the water. Davide, use both arms. One arm, then the other arm. One arm, then the other arm. So guys, breathe through your mouth. Exhale forcefully through the nose and mouth. But majority of your air should come out through the nose forcefully as he does it now. Arms are straight and tight. You make a big circles over the water in order to achieve better feel or a grab in the water. So guys, more you lift your arm over the water, more another arm grabs under the water. So more you grab under the water, your feeling for the water increases to your maximum of your personal potential. So you breathe and you blow. You breathe and you blow. So pulling against the water, big circles, one more time, and head down, blowing bubbles. Good. So we're moving forward now. We're gonna incorporate all this into the swimming stroke. So Davide, that's fine. Now you're gonna do the same thing into the swimming stroke. So take a big breath, hold your breath, start off with holding your breath, and then roll into the stroke. Off you go. So breathe, blow. Breathe, blow. Breathe, blow. Breathe, blow. Breathe, bubble. Breathe, bubble. Breathe, bubble. Breathe, bubbles. Breathe, bubbles. As you can see, arms are straight and tight. Kicking is steady. Splashes are breaking the surface of the water. And Davide will swim one more time back. So breathe, blow. 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 Good. And 20 times bubbles, Davide. Holding on to the wall, inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. Bringing your chin slightly down in order to avoid water getting into your mouth while you're inhaling. The step number 12, breaking the swimming down to its own foundation. All species by default are designed to do a doggy paddle. So we need to start teaching swimming from doggy paddle as the primary objective once we're developing swimmer from zero to nothing. Like in terms of walking, we have a baby which is born and first learns to crawl and then learns to stand and learns to walk and then learns to run. In terms of swimming, we have getting into the water, finding self comfortable, over time learning that you, by instinct, when you start learning to swim, you will hold your breath by default again. So the next thing I would like you to do and to bear in mind, which is the foundation and the most important thing, is to learn to swim doggy paddle. So Davide, swim doggy paddle along the side of this pool. Take a big breath, keep your head up, and swim doggy paddle. So as you can see, breaking the surface of the water, it helps in order to achieve the feeling of elevation. So keep your head up and pull your arms under the water by digging the water and pulling the water towards your tummy. So doggy paddle in mind, do that one more time, Davide. Teaches you the fundamental body position where your head is up and you're breaking your head is up in terms of which causes your body to go down just enough so that you will achieve the the depth which is necessary for you to feel this kind of kicking, where your knee is down and where you're pushing against the water forcefully, and you actually feel that you're pushing off something. Good. Okay guys, step number 13. From doggy paddle, the natural consequence in swimming will be to keep your head above the water, swim doggy paddle, and as your strength grows, as you go stronger and as you feel water better, you can start elevating your arms above the water in the natural way, as Davide will demonstrate now. So Davide, start from doggy paddle, swim doggy paddle, and more you get better and better, you turn into the stroke. As you go side to side, legs are in the lever position where you feel that you're kicking off the water. So this will be a step number 2 in your natural progression to become a swimmer. Bear in mind that you won't learn how to breathe and swim. You will learn how to swim first, and then you're gonna incorporate your breathing systems in it. So you start as a doggy paddle, you keep swimming, and then you gain strength and you start pulling over the water with a long, straight and tight arms, using the full range of motion, which will be very useful for further swimming drills and development. So let's do it one more time. Head above the water, pulling your arms, doggy paddle, then turning to one side, head is up, and then another side, other side, one side, another side, one side, another side. So guys, this kind of swimming is the natural swimming without anyone to teach you or coach you. If you will have a swimming pool or access to the water, by default of doing stuff, you would learn these things automatically. So step number 12, head up and swimming with your arms over the water. So doggy paddle, and yes, big circles over the water. Guys, because your head is up, your legs are down enough to feel the pressure against the water to elevate you. You use your legs as a lever, and that's how you develop the feeling of how to manipulate water in your favor and bubbles. Guys, step number 13. In this step, I am gonna explain and show how to do a doggy paddle in mind exercise to develop it as fast as possible. So basically, Davide, we have a woggles here. I would use this exercise as number 1 exercise in most of the cases, but in people who have strong physique and who know how to swim a little bit, they can refer to the previous video where we done basics in how to learn to swim as quick as possible, but now we are breaking it down to how to develop a swimmer who never swam, who is possibly weak or maybe scared or other things, or he needs more motivation. So first thing I would use will be 2 floats under your armpit, keeping your head above the water and doing a doggy paddle type of exercise. So when you have a float, you will float. That means you won't be scared. And by pulling your arms under the water, you are achieving the motion. With your legs, you need to break the surface of the water in order to get this exercise as quick as possible. Davide, you need to bend your legs much more. Yes. Make the sound of boom, boom, boom. Guys, for people learning this skill, you need to start by doing this. Bending your legs. I tend to say kick your bottom with your heels and break the surface of the water with your toes. So breaking the surface of the water with your toes. Davide, do that a bit faster. So this is the pace you should be doing, guys. Pulling your arms under the water, and you should be able to do this with ease. What I mean with ease, that you can do this exercise over and over again. Once you master these skills, your legs, your feet will adjust to the right depth to kick correctly, because you are simulating a doggy paddle position. Your arms are pretty straightforward. They are pulling under the water as digging. And pay attention to the kicking. Let's Davide do that one more time. So look up, always you're looking up. Bear in mind, when you're learning to swim, you need to look up, because by instinct you will look above the water. So your hands are pulling. Legs are the most intricate piece that you need to master, and in order to get kicking as quick as possible in your feet, you need to bend your legs, break the surface of the water. Once you learn this skill, it will guide you automatically to the faster kicking, where your legs are appearing in as they are more straighter than as he does now. So that's good for now. Step number 14. Using your woggles, doing the doggy paddle exercise, which we just done in the previous step. And in step number 13, we are adding blowing bubbles in the water as we go along. So Davide, you're gonna hold your float under your armpit. You're gonna start swimming the doggy paddle exercise. You're gonna breathe and you're gonna blow bubbles through the nose. So legs are kicking, arms are pulling, you're breathing and you're blowing bubbles using the same inhaling, exhaling systems which you have learned in the previous videos. So breaking the surface of the water, guys, leg action is the key to get your swimming where you want it to be. Once you master this kind of kicking, you will feel in your feet how to do it, and you will know how to use it in your advantage. Davide, let's do that one more time. So kicking your legs, breaking the surface of the water with your toes, paying attention to the sound of the kick, which is boom, 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 boom. That means you piled up the water from your knee up to your foot, and you kicked at the greatest density of the water. So breathing, blowing, breathing, blowing, breathing, blowing. So head goes up and down. As head goes up, the legs are going down, and you are achieving better leverage of the water. Thank you, Davide. Leave your floats and 20 times bubbles. Davide, step number 15 will be from 2 floats, guys. We'll go down to 1 float, and the float will stay under your armpit. Head is up, breaking the surface of the water and doing the same exercise. So Davide, take a 1 float, put the float under your armpit, start swimming a doggy paddle, and break the surface of the water with your toes and blow bubbles. Breathe and bubbles. Breathe and bubbles. Breathe and bubbles. Guys, these are the essential skills you need to have. Once you've done this set of exercises and you can do them repetitively, like 30, 40 times in a row or in a session, you will know that you have a feeling how to do your basic swimming. And the last thing we're gonna do for today, we're gonna carry on this series of swimming drills and swimming exercises, will be to take a big breath, put the floor under the tummy on your shorts, so under the tummy on your shorts, where you're gonna be swimming front crawl with the head up, with the head down, and when you need to breathe, you will elevate your head up. But in this case, the float will help you to achieve the result. So Davide, how to start this exercise: you take a big breath, you put your face in the water, you put the float under your tummy on your shorts, and just swim front crawl as you would normally do. When you need to breathe, bring your head up and carry on swimming in the same manner. Off you go. So float is there. When we have a float there, this is the closest to your real swimming. Float is just as a support to help you elevate your head just enough in order to achieve your swimming. So float goes under your tummy on your shorts, and you keep swimming. You're not focusing on anything else apart from swimming. So float goes again under your tummy, you take a big breath, you break the surface of the water with your toes, and you keep swimming. So when you need to breathe, you bring your head up as suits you personally, or over time you will learn how to use the water and you will start breathing to the side or to the both sides eventually as time passes by. You need to be able to do this exercise, as I said, 30 to 40 times in a row with ease to know that you can move forward. Thank you, Davide. That will be it for today. Bye. Next step will be learning how to kick your legs with the appropriate efficiency. In mind that all of the strokes are starting from a doggy paddle position, and the quickest way to develop your kicking will be this way. Davide, lie down and splash the surface of the water by bending your knees. Yes. So when you kick your legs, keep going. While you're kicking your legs, the main thing you need to go for is that you break the surface of the water with your toes and that you flex your leg to the maximum to realize the pressure against the water on your feet. So the next thing that you will know that you are on the right path is if your sound of the kick sounds like that. Boom, 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 boom. So this is the main indicator that you are kicking the water in the right way. So you're piling up the water from the bottom of your knee and you're breaking the surface where you have the most of the pressure against the water. Thank you. Next thing will be, Davide, hold on to the wall, keep your head up and splash your feet. This, guys. Once you realize how to kick the water in this manner, you will be able to feel pressure against your feet correctly and pretty much straightforward. Go, Davide, now that's good. Now kick a bit faster. Do the same thing, so go from slow to fast. From slow, let's increase the speed. Faster, the fastest now. Go the fastest, Davide. Listen to the sound, yes. The sound is boom, 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 boom. So by doing this, we make sure that your legs are going up and forward. Thank you, Davide.